Hello and welcome back to another video, and today, as you'll have seen by the title and thumbnail, we are here doing another challenge on MotoGP 20, and this time we are doing Moto2 bikes versus 500cc two-strokes. So the reason why I've actually decided to do this challenge is because these bikes are not too dissimilar in terms of pace around a lap. I think the 500cc's are a little bit quicker still because obviously they're two-strokes, so they've got better straight line speed with the engine because a two-stroke is extremely powerful. It's pretty much as powerful as a four-stroke twice the capacity. It's not quite that, but it's around that. It's not far off. It is almost twice as powerful as a four-stroke, which is absolutely insane to think about. But the Triumph 765 is an extremely powerful engine. Obviously, it's a lot bigger than the 500, but it is a four-stroke, so it is still a little bit down in terms of power. But it's not a massive gap, so it's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, there will be the chassis differences as well. The Moto2 chassis will probably be better than the 500s from back in the day, so it'll be interesting to see if we can make up the pace on the brakes and through the corners. Obviously, these guys will blast past us on the straight. So I'm not 100% sure what track to actually do this on. I've got it selected as San Marino for now, mainly because the AI aren't too good at San Marino. But it might be better to do it at a track like Sachsenring. I might do a couple of different races in this video. You can see it's set to 7 laps, but I think I'll change that to 3 because we don't want it obviously to go on too long. So we'll do a first race here at San Marino, see how this goes. I'll see you down on the grid. So here we are then, down on the grid. Max Biaggi on pole position, Alex Crivier alongside him in second place. We're going to be down in 14th on the grid. I think there's usually 14 in a 500cc race. We'll stick on a medium tyre because even though it's only 3 laps, it will be absolutely cooked by this Moto2 engine. So it's going to be actually quite interesting just to see which parts of the circuit we're faster, which parts of the circuit we're slower. Now I assume off the line they'll probably pull away because of course they've got more power. But of course this bike has got electronics, so it might balance it out a little bit. It will be interesting to see who actually gets the better start. Through the corners I think I should be a little bit quicker, mainly down to the fact that it's AI, maybe not even down to the bikes. But on the straights, they are going to blast past me, so this will be fun. Let's get this started and just see what happens. So we actually have the smoke coming out the back of the exhaust, just like the 500s, guys. But lights out, away we go. Oh, we actually have got a much better start than all these guys. Wow. I guess the electronics really do account for the good start. So as we go down towards the first corner, there's been a crash already. Oh, Wayne Rainey's down. And there goes Kenny Jr. wide through the first corner as well. We've been hit as well. Arbe has gone down. So I think it was Arbe that rear-ended the back of Wayne Rainey. So a bit of a chaotic start here in the 500s through this right-hander. What these sort of doing, what these sort of Rossi past Kaczynski as well on the brakes down towards Rio. So the physics do seem to be a little bit weird on this Moto2, but not far off what they should be normally. Tried to slip underneath Kaczynski there. We weren't going to quite make it through this corner. We're now sort of pushing him through it. But here we go. This is where they should pull away from us. If we get a bit of slipstream, we might be able just to hang in the back of them. Yes, we are. So we actually didn't lose any places on that straight. So that does bode pretty well for us. But you can see the leaders are already pulling away. Try and get on the power as early as we can. Of course, I've got to remember that I have got the electronics. They have not. I've got Power Mode 2 as well. So I've got to try and use that if I can, because on the straights we need all the help we can get. I'm going to... Oh, Doings on the inside! Oh, I was not expecting one of them to sneak up the inside like that. So I go in a little bit wide and I get punished for it. Here we go down the straight. Here comes Valentino, so down to 10th place now. So this one is going to be difficult. But here we go through this corner. I've cut it a little bit on the inside of Valentino though. And here we go. This is where we gain back through the high speed stuff on the corners. I accidentally... Oh, well, that didn't go very well, did it? I accidentally pressed right on the analog stick as I was going through there, and I looked to the right, so I completely went off the track. But there we go, back past Rossi. Did we get past Doohan there? No, we didn't. So just back in front of Rossi. And here we go, trying to go around the outside of Mick. Oh, yes, we do. So we're back up at 8th place. This has been a very, very fun first lap. They are absolutely blasting past me on the straights. But through the high-speed corners, we have got the advantage 100%. There's no doubt about that. We didn't lose anything on that start-finish straight because it was off a high-speed corner. So I think if it's out of a slow-speed corner, 500s are going to have the advantage. But if it's out of a high-speed corner, the extra speed we carry might actually help us out. So here we go then, past Eddie Lawson, up into 7th place. I was going to look around the outside of McCoy then, but we couldn't quite do it. So we're up into, well, now up into 6th place because McCoy's just left the door open, allowed us to go straight through. Here's John Kaczynski in front of us. Then it's Alex Crivier, and well, the leaders are absolutely gone. I'm not sure who it is in the lead. It's probably like Gardner would be one of them, because I think Gardner did used to clear off in a lot of the races. That's Biaggi in 3rd place. So who's 2nd place? I don't know. Well, it could be Gardner, but I'm not sure who's in the lead, because Doohan is in the pack, so it can't be Mick Doohan. But Kaczynski's looking for a move on Crivier. Hopefully I get this section right this time through Chimonto, not ran as wide as last time. Getting on the power as early as we can just to try and counter out their extra power. But they still pull away here. I did gain on them on the acceleration zone because I got on the power earlier, but they did still pull away. And here we go through Curvone. There we go, catching to the back of Crivier, flying past him. Whoa, that was close. Kaczynski, though, is all over the back of Biaggi now. So Biaggi actually holding up Kaczynski a little bit as we go down towards Caro. Ooh, looking at the inside of John on the power as early as we can. Can we beat him? No, bit of a wheelie there. So we've not quite been able to do it. He's still trying to pass Biaggi, though. That might leave him a bit vulnerable through this penultimate turn. Yes, we passed him, and we're going to pass Biaggi as well, just because we carried that corner speed so much better. Through Misano corner then. We're actually put to the podium, which I didn't expect. I thought I might be able to pass some of them. She wants us to fastest lap 36.5. I did a 36.1, so it actually does seem... Oh! Oh, Crivier! That was absolutely unbelievable. I've got a penalty as well, because I did corner cut that second part of the corner, but I was so put off by Crivier's dive bomb. And there we go, flying back past Crivier again. Not sure who it is in front of us. I'm guessing it must be Gardner then. Oh, on the inside goes Crivier again. So Crivier really battling with us this time. He really reacted strangely when I went around the outside then. I think he was trying to avoid contact. It's actually Jeremy McWilliams that's 2.6 up the road. So quite what happened on that first lap. Why McWilliams and Schwantz pulled away. The Aprilia and the Suzuki, I wouldn't have thought that they were better than the rest of these. I wouldn't have thought their riders would have been better either. Obviously, the rider stat does play a part in it. So I think we're going to have to battle for this third place. I don't think we're going to be catching anybody else up here. So we've got to try and get Tremonto perfectly. And Crivier's not having any of it. Crivier's still grabbing me out the way. And that's kind of like what Mick Doohan kept doing to me on the historic challenges when we did the 500s. He kept grabbing me a lot. And here comes Crivier with that extra power. He comes flying through. But we're going to have the advantage through the quick stuff. Here we go, we're now the faster bike back on the inside of Alex Crivier into turn 12, up into third place once again. McWilliams sitting pretty far in front of us there. I thought we actually were closing on him a little, but not quite. Crivier really close up now. I'm trying to get on the power as early as I can. Obviously, we do know that if we take the penultimate turn well, we have the advantage all the way down to the final turn. And if you get out the final turn well enough, you can still beat them over the line. So through the final turn then, yeah, we put a bit of a gap into Crivier. So Kevin Schwantz wins. We're going to come home in third place for that first one. That was pretty cool. I actually really enjoyed that. So in the end then, Schwantz actually did do a better fastest lap than me. He did a 35.5, which I do actually believe was the lap that he did. Usually they have those glitched AI times. But considering how far he actually was in front of me, I assume that lap was completely legitimate. Interestingly enough, obviously Rainey and Arbe both retired from their crash at the first corner. Some of that AI dropping back pretty far. Gary McCloy being 10.5 seconds behind the leader in the end, although I was 5.2 behind. So we'll try out a different track now, and then I think that'll probably be it. We can always revisit this challenge or something like that. Maybe we could even do a championship with this sort of combination, see if I could beat the 500s over the course of a season. That might be something worth trying on the run up to MotoGP 21, or we could even leave it for MotoGP 21 depending on what you guys want to see. So this time then we're here at Jerez, and I thought it would be decent to do this track because again it's not too much about straight line speed. The AI aren't amazing here. I'm just trying to sort of, you know, play to my advantage, see what will make an interesting video, but do genuinely let me know if you want to see a championship of this. It might actually be something that's quite fun to do because, of course, last year I did the 181 Rider Championship, which was really fun, but on this game it's just not really feasible to do that. It crashes way too much. The frame rate is even worse than the previous year, so that's why I've not done that this year. But if you want to see some kind of wacky championship, then this could be it. But we'll get this one started then. Hopefully we can have a similar one and fight to the podium yet again. So again, it's really weird to see sort of the engine oil kind of smoke coming out the back of our exhaust, even though we're not actually on a 500. But lights out and away we go. And look at this start once again. The electronics are really helping us out. But McWilliams has had a legendary start as well as we go down towards the first corner. Through turn one then. Running a little bit wide, trying to get on the power as much as we can. Not quite been able to do it. And again, McWilliams is diving into the inside. Schwantz is out front as well. So it seems like Schwantz and McWilliams have been really buffed in this game because they seem to be absolutely ridiculous. Schwantz is out front, pulling away. We're trying to go around the outside of Kenny Jr. Oh, this could be risky at the side of Max. I think this is where they'll have the advantage. Actually, no, because we're now closing up on Rossi. Round the outside of Max still. Oh, we've had contact with Max. We've had Max off. We've had Max off. Sorry, Max. So we've had Biaggi off. We're now right behind Jeremy McWilliams. So this time he's not pulled away from us. Try to go up to Moto2. This track actually seems to be working out even better for us because it's all about carrying the speed onto the straights, especially out of that Angel Nieto corner. Not Angel Nieto, sorry, the Sita Pons corner. I don't know why I always get the corner names at this track mixed up, but I guess because so many of them are named after people, I just say the wrong person sometimes. But we've carried so much speed here, we're closer to the back of Mick Doohan. Mick Doohan actually holding us up, which is really weird. The 500 actually getting in our way here at Jerez, just because it's all about corner speed. Around the outside of Jeremy McWilliams, so I feel like this is a little bit overpowered at this track. Still trying to go around the outside of McWilliams. A little bit of contact with McWilliams. He's got the position though now because I made that pretty crucial mistake by hitting him. And we lost a lot of corner speed from that as well. But we are closing up massively through the Alex Crivier corner. Are we going to be able to have an attack into Lorenzo? If we go through Ferrari, I've cut that a little bit to be honest. But down towards the Lorenzo corner, just through that corner speed alone, we've caught right up to the back of him. We've passed him now. Schwantz still leading, then Kaczynski in second place. We're coming out of the last corner. This is probably where they will have the advantage over me because that is all about just getting on the power and getting out of there. But we've managed to do that fairly well. We actually haven't lost a position at all. We've gone really wide into turn 1 though. I think that's what they're kind of benefiting from, is all my mistakes in this one. But as we go into Michelin corner then, we've got to try and catch up to Kaczynski, but I just don't see it happening. We have obviously the slight pace advantage over them. We can cut through them on the first lap, but I don't think we actually have the race pace over them. I think they are quicker than me over the course of a race, just maybe the odd lap I could do a little bit quicker. Sector 1 is definitely, Sector 2, sorry, is definitely our sector though because of all the corners, just all the high-speed corners. It's just where this bike is absolutely ridiculous compared to the 500. It can just take the corners so fast. And I'm not sure whether we are loading in the Moto2 tyre physics as well when doing this. Obviously, you know, graphically we haven't got the Moto2 tyres, we've got the 500s, but I don't know whether the physics for the Moto2 tyres still exist because the bike actually feels how it should and the temperatures aren't all over the place. So I think we have got the Moto2 tyres, which might be a little bit better as well because we can carry the corner speed, have a bit more of a lean angle. We are actually closing up to John now though, but I think Kevin is going to get yet another win. Kevin Schwantz absolutely dominating in this series, well, this challenge. So series when it's literally one video. So we're pretty much halfway between Kaczynski and Rainey now. So we're Alex Crivier then. We didn't actually capitalise on that too well, but we should be able to carry this. Oh, we've got a penalty. That's fair. I've cut Ferrari. I need to stop cutting these corners so much. I'm not making myself look too good, am I, in this one? So as we go through Jorge Lorenzo then, this is where they probably will have the advantage a little bit. I've tried to get on the power as early as I can, but I think that might have actually harmed me a little bit because of all the wheeling I did. 1 minute 40.5. I know I can go quicker than that on a Moto2 here. Of course, if I had my setup on, I probably would be a bit quicker. Rainey did a 40.7. I actually went quicker than that, I think. But, of course, I had a penalty, so it doesn't actually count as the fastest lap of the race. So as we flip the bike then through turn 3, we might be able to have an attack on John Kaczynski here, but I just don't think we're going to be able to catch up to Kevin Schwantz at all. It is so interesting to see, though, that they're faster on some parts of the circuit and then I'm completely dominant on others. So I like this section because this is where we can gain a lot, but I didn't probably capitalise on that as much as I could have done. Through Alex Crivier, it's not going to be enough. John Kaczynski is still too far in front of us. We've not really made any time on him. We cut that corner again a little bit, but luckily we didn't get an additional penalty. Into the final turn, we have closed up a little bit over the course of this lap, but it's not... Oh, big wheelie out that last corner that probably diminished everything we did gain in this lap. But up towards the line then, it's going to be another third place. It seems like you can get up into third, but that's about it. The two leaders just seem to be quicker than everybody else. We were a lot closer, though, this time to, obviously, Kevin Schwantz than we were on the previous attempt. Obviously, we were 5 seconds behind him in that one, 2 seconds in this one. But that's actually been a fairly fun challenge. This second race probably wasn't as interesting because we weren't battling as much. I was a little bit quicker than the AI behind, but not as quick as the AI in front, which is a fairly strange predicament to be in, obviously just kind of stuck in no man's land when that's the case. But the first one was pretty good, obviously, with Crivier absolutely ramming us out the way. Crivier was not having us beat him at all, but fortunately we did manage to actually overcome him in that one. But I hope you guys have actually enjoyed that. If you do want to see more of this challenge, or if you want to see a series on it, like with the championship, or if you just want to see other similar challenges where we pit different bikes against each other, let me know, because usually I do actually struggle to come up with good ideas for challenges. I really like doing them, but sometimes I'm just like, well, these bikes perhaps wouldn't go against each other too well, or it's a bit too similar, so let me know what you guys think, and obviously, like I said, if you do have any ideas for challenges, do let me know and I'll see if it's possible to do it in the game. But like I said, I hope you did enjoy that one, hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, hope you're all staying safe, and I shall see you in the next one.